Hello, beautiful manifestors. It is Olivia Grace, and I'm back with another video, and we're going to be talking about revision. This is going to turn your revision game up. It's going to turn your manifestation game up. And those of you who have been a part of the channel know I love revision, but I have literally, like last night, just understood it in an even deeper and better way for you to get better results. And I got instant results, and I've been using it and getting instant results all day. Like, it actually, like, I want to say it honestly shocked me. Like, I don't want to say shocked me because I know it's possible, but it just had me like mind boggled. Like, I went live in my Patreon at 11 o'clock last night because I had to share with you guys. So yeah, before I do get started though, I am Olivia Grace. This is the Master Manifestors channel. I have all these little bugs around on me. I wanted to record outside, but they look kind of nice though. But anyways, this is the Master Manifestors channel. Here I talk about law of assumption, manifestation, all that good stuff. So if you're into that, then you'd love to be a part of the channel, and I'd love to have you. I do have ways that I can work with you one-on-one if you'd like. I'm doing a one-day Godstate activation. That's going to be in a couple weeks. There's a link for that you can go ahead and get your ticket for. And I'm also going to be doing another month of SP group coaching, Light of Love. We just finished up for October and it was incredible, and I'm going to do it one more time for December. So that info will be in the description as well. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, the Patreon that I was mentioning, I do metaphysical Bible studies every day on there, as well as 30-day challenges to keep you focused and locked in on, manifesting. We tend to focus mostly on like money, but this month we're focusing on revision, so it's perfect for this. So you can join that. You do get your first 7 days free, and you can check out the live that I was talking about. But all right. Let's go ahead and get into the video. I'm not going to make this super long. I'm not going to go into crazy detail about revision because I've made lots of videos. I have a playlist on revision. I'll put it up here for you guys. But I want to talk about how to really use revision to shift realities completely. Okay. So, and I mean really, truly shift realities. Okay. So, the way that I have taught revision, those of you who have seen my videos know that, first of all, I've always said that this is possible to shift realities. There's been plenty of stories of people doing it. But I noticed for myself that usually when I revise, it unfolds in a way of like affecting the future basically, or it unfolds in a pretty logical way. Most of the time, like I've had some, out there revisions, but, most of them have been pretty logical. And so I just assumed I just assumed that's how it is, right? But no, this is number one, right? I'm going to tell you guys step by step what to do, okay? To shift instantly, literally, all right? And I forgot a step. Okay. But the number one thing that you have to do first before anything is know that you have the ability to shift realities, okay? You have the ability to shift realities. You have to be able to believe basically in magic or believe in illogical things happening. And this is where, to be honest, a lot of people are hindered when it comes to manifestation because they're combining manifestation logic with muggle logic and deciding that, well, this has to unfold, or just even programmed to believe that things have to unfold logically, and they don't. But if you assume that, then it will, right? Because it's going to prove you right. Okay. So the first thing is to know that you have the ability to shift instantly and shift to a different reality, that there was no action, there was nothing that made this make sense to happen. It just happened in a very illogical way. You want to accept that that's possible. Okay, that is possible. I encourage for you guys with this to look at like Tumblr. Shout out Light Energy. She put me on to Tumblr. I thought Tumblr was dead and gone with MySpace, but nope, it's still alive. And there's some really incredible revision stories. So like reading revision stories. I think Sammy Ingram's Facebook group has some really good ones as well. But wherever you find them, just like really reading it and seeing that it's possible, because this is what it did for me. Like, although I had heard, incredible stories before, it was something about just reading the story at the consciousness that I was in that I was like, holy shit, like I can really shift realities. Okay. All right. Now, once you realize that, you're going to realize that you're not fixing your past. This is the big thing for me, right? is that you're not fixing your past, okay? You're picking your past, all right? So when you are thinking, I'm fixing my past, right? I'm fixing what went wrong, you're still in the identity and in the acknowledgement that something was wrong. You're still in the identity, honestly, of the old story and of trying to fix it in 3D, right? So that is why, for me, like, it makes perfect sense that how my manifestation or how my revision would actually unfold would be like fixing the 3D or fixing the past, right? It would kind of like, my revisions would affect my future, right? But not really completely shift it to where that didn't happen. It would just somehow like rearrange itself, right? So, but that's because, again, like I said, you're still in the identity of this past happened, okay? This is the part that you have to let go of. You have to be able to completely detach from the past, you guys. You really do. And I already know you guys, okay? I know you're gonna say, but what about this and what about that? And I can't, and it's hard, and this and that. And look, I hear all that, right? But you have to do it. You gotta do it, okay? You have to be able to disassociate, right, from that version of you, and realizing that that past that you experience is just a version out of infinity. It's a version of you, it's a version of reality, it's a version of whatever out of infinity, and it's not the only thing. You are above it, and you can come above it. You can experience yourself above it, but you have to be able to drop the identity and the story that was associated with the past that you're choosing to step out of. As long as you keep bringing it along and keep relating to it as if it's real and as if it's happened, it's going to continue to appear as if it's real and as if it's happened, okay? Okay. So, those of you who have heard me talk about time, we talk about how there's no time, right? There's no time but now. I'm not gonna go all into that because, like I said, I don't wanna make this video super long. I will put a video about time up here for you guys to look at. You can also check out my lives, you guys. My lives is where I really pop my shit and go into great detail and answer questions and all those things. So if you subscribe and catch me live, but just even going to my live tab, you'll be able to find, more information about all this stuff I'm talking about. But there's only now, right? And so when we think about this, let's think about it when we're manifesting the future, because this is the way that we all already pretty much understand, is that infinite realities are existing in the now. And so when you're manifesting in the future, you're choosing a reality in the now, right? This is why you say you're assuming it, you're claiming it, you're deciding I have it now, right? So we get that when it comes to the future, but there is this idea, right? This programming, this belief, this assumption that the past is fixed and therefore unchangeable, okay? So again, if that's the assumption that you're coming from, that the past is fixed and unchangeable, then you're gonna experience your revision in a way that the past is still fixed, and it still can change your future, like I said, but you're still going to experience it in a logical and linear way, okay? Now, when you understand that the infinite, that all is existing now, including the past, okay? So the past is not something that is gone, right? There was a quote that Neville said. I've never seen this quote from Neville, but somebody said that Neville said it. But he says the past is not dead. The past isn't even the past, okay? Because there is no past. All things are now. All realities are existing simultaneously with each other, okay? Like this is something that you can, like I said, check out the time videos. That's gonna make more sense if that doesn't make sense. But those of you who know what I'm talking about, all things are existing now. All parallel realities are existing now. So your past is also existing, right? Your past is still now. So you still have the ability to choose a new past in the now, okay? All right, so again, remember, you're not fixing. So this is the way that we think about it. Let's say, like, okay, for instance, I'm at the park today. I don't think it's been like years, at least like 5 years since I've recorded at the park. And I went back and forth about it because I was just like, I just wanted to go home. Like, I've been running errands, but I really wanted to, give y'all a little scenery. And I love, obviously, being in nature and being at the park. So this version of me, right, that went to the park, there's a version of me that stayed home. Now, if I'm revising that I stayed home, for instance, but I'm still acknowledging that I'm the version that went to the park, right? So I'm still trying to acknowledge the version of me that went to the park and still trying to change and fix it somehow, that maybe, I only stayed for 5 minutes and then I went home, but I'm still acknowledging that I came here, right? Instead of completely deciding and choosing the reality where I never came here and I stayed home, okay? So again, this is what will help you guys with this, is not again, understanding that time is not linear. It's not a past, present, future. This happened, so that happened, so this happened. As long as you're in that paradigm and that way of thinking, it's going to appear like that. But when you understand that everything is existing simultaneously, including the past, you're just selecting it, okay? Same thing with the future, but we'll stay on what we're talking about, all right? Okay, so next, what about your memories, right? Now, first of all, anytime you're revising, your memories are going to change anyway. But with this way of revising, your memories are absolutely going to change, okay? So, but when you have memories of this old story that you're leaving behind, again, you're disassociating with that, okay? You're seeing it as this is a part of, this is the memory of that other version of me. This is a memory from that version of me, from that reality, okay? As if it's a completely different you, because it is. You're you're multi-dimensional, okay? You're existing on many levels. You're existing in many realities. You're existing on many things, dimensions, okay? So it's true that those memories belong to another version of you, okay? But we continue to pick up and associate ourselves with those memories and keep saying, these are my memories, okay? And this, again, is the reason why when you're revising, you may not get the result that you want, or you may not have a drastic shift that you want, because you're still in the identity that, well, the stuff that I remember did happen, right? So that's the thing that you're letting go of. It didn't happen to you, okay? It happened to a parallel version of you. And so you don't have to continue to take on those memories and take on that identity with you, because it didn't happen to you, all right? So those memories that you have belong to the old avatar or the old reality, all right? Like, for instance, okay, great example. Let's say you are, like, when you were a kid, you had like a tree outside your window, and like the branches used to scare you. So as a kid, you thought, oh my God, there's like a witch outside my window, right? But as an adult, you knew that, no, that was just the branches, right? So when you remember even the terror and the fear, right? I'm gonna link a video, because this girl is amazing. I think her name is Brittany. She's amazing at explaining revision and really at a lot of shit. Like she's amazing. I'm gonna put her in the description. But she was talking about how even your trauma, even your fears, right? All your doubt, all those thoughts, all those things are a manifestation of that reality. They're not yours until you claim it to be yours, okay? So just because you have that thought, right? That woman that used to see the branch and think it was an evil witch outside her window, can have that memory, can have the fear that she had as a kid, and also still know, but that wasn't actually what it was, right? Okay, so that's how you're going to treat your memories. You're going to disassociate from them. Now, when it comes to revision, once again, I'm not going to go into all the techniques and things like that. This is not a basic revision. Like I said, check out the playlist that I put up if you want like basic revision and things like that. But what I will tell you guys is the easiest and most simple way. Okay, so for me, there was something that happened in my life that was pretty traumatizing to me. And because of that, and because of the way that it unfolded, it was very difficult for me to revise, and I was getting very triggered about it. And so I wasn't even sure that I wanted to revise it. It was too much. And so I didn't want to go back to specifics. I didn't want to go back and rewrite what happened. I just didn't want to have to go back at all. And so what you can do instead is say, this never happened and no one remembers it. Right? This is just something, because I know for a lot of people, they revise trauma, they revise all kinds of things, and being able to just condense it into one sentence, this never happened and no one remembers. That's the thing you can do about people's memories, your own memories. Like I said, when you revise, your memories are going to shift anyway. Your memories are going to fade, but including the part that no one remembers, or that you don't remember, because this is the part where people, they're worried about what people in their reality will think, or what you yourself will think. Another really great thing that Brittany said in her video was that if you assume that people are going to remember, they'll remember, right? But if you're assuming yourself as the operant power of your reality, they won't remember, they can't remember, right? So just condensing it to that never happened and no one remembers it, right? So for me, when I applied this with this thing that was really giving me a lot of trouble, it was an instant shift. It was instantly like my mind just cleared. Even my memories started to fade instantly. And like after that, like that night, what I was revising, like I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to, but what I was revising, I got instant results. I had instant reflections in the 3D of what I just did. Okay. I also, because I had done it with that thing that happened, I was thinking about it in the way of like other things, like, and I started to apply it to other things, and it worked for that as well. Even today in traffic, I was just playing with it, and I was like, I want this car to get out my way. I want them to go right. And mind you, they're all the way, there's like the left turning lanes, there's 2 straight lanes. That's where I am. We're on like the furthest left straight lane, and then there's the turning lanes all the way over here. And so we're driving, I'm like, I want them out my way, right? And like I see them in my mind go and turn right, and they keep straight, right? They're keeping straight. And so I was like, you know, kind of confused. I'm like, no, like I said, you're going right. And then like I thought about what would happen after. Okay, this is something that Joe Dispenza talks about. It's the basis of law of assumption and SATs. But what would happen after? And I just briefly saw the view I would see if they weren't in front of me anymore. 2 seconds later, they switch lanes. They get all the way over to go right. Okay, so that's really it, you guys. I'm not going to drag the video on. I'm intending that it prospers you immensely, and I know that it will, you guys, because the ability to truly, honestly, first of all, the ability to let go of what you believe that's logical or makes sense is what allows you to experience miracles and magic. Okay, but being able to detach from the old self, from the old story, is going to help you no matter what you're manifesting. Okay, so just try this. Let me know how it goes. Put something that you're revising in the comments. Put, you know, you can put the little phrase that never happened and no one remembers it. You can put that in the comments, whatever. But yeah, like the video, share it with somebody that you think it will help. Like I said, there are links in the description if you'd like help from me personally. But other than that, I'm sending you guys infinite love, and I'll see you guys in a video soon.